Hi everyone, welcome back to Attracting Yoga. My name is Tara. For today's episode, we will be doing a Yin Yoga. So this one's going to be a hip opener. There are different types of targeting areas with Yin Yoga. And basically Yin Yoga is a slow moving, holding positions for a long time. In a more advanced section of Yin Yoga, you would be holding certain poses for between 2 to 5 minutes. So I'm going to start this out a little slower, and we'll be holding them a lot less time, around a minute or so, or less maybe. And so we'll just start with that. And if you have done this before, you've experienced poses for, holding them for a long time and holding stretches for a long time, you can feel free to extend the length of each posture by just pausing this podcast and then kind of catching up with us as we move forward. But we'll just go ahead with that and start there. So to begin today, you just need to find a space that you can move around a bit on the floor, your yoga mat, and hopefully some quiet. So go ahead and find those things and we'll return. So to begin, just start in a comfortable seated position, legs crossed, hands resting on your knees. Hold here for just a few moments. Just acknowledging everything that's around you, everything surrounding you. Acknowledging the sounds and the smells around you. Slowly begin to lengthen your breath. Lengthening your inhale. Breathing in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold. And exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Keeping a nice, even, and long breath. Holding at the top of each inhale. And as you exhale, hold at the bottom. Continue this pattern for just a few moments. And we'll jump right into our postures and our practice today. Learning how to quiet our mind and work on our breath are just as important as the practice itself, as the postures and everything. The main part of a yoga practice for me, and I know a lot of people can agree, is the breath work and the meditation. So the beginning meditation and end savasana are kind of my favorite. I know a lot of people feel the same way because it's restful and relaxing, and when you have a lot of angst and anxieties, and everyone experiences craziness throughout their day. These breaths and these practices really make a difference in our day-to-day life. So gently bring yourself back to a normal breath when you have a second. And slowly begin with a nice neck release. Gently bring your chin to your chest. Feeling the stretch in the back of your neck. And hold here. On your next inhale, gently lift your head up and release your head down to your right side, bringing your right ear to your right shoulder. Giving a nice stretch on the left side of your neck. And just a few moments here. Inhale and lift your head up. On your next exhale, gently bring your left ear to your left shoulder, stretching the right side of your neck now. These stretches are so simple and so easily done, but they are honestly probably some of my favorites. So satisfying. We don't realize how often we just keep our heads straight up and we don't give it a break. Even when we sleep at night, we're not putting in these different positions to be able to stretch it and release. So it's always so nice to have the opportunity once in a while to do that. Inhale and lift your head up. Slowly bring the soles of your feet together. Inhale, straightening your spine. And as you exhale, fold forward, coming into a bound angle pose. The soles of your feet staying together, coming forward as much as you can, and just holding here for just a few moments. Again, this is just sort of a sampling of a Yin Yoga practice. We're not going to be staying in poses quite as long as one may normally do. So just hold here and breathe. Folding forward to whatever's comfortable for you. Just stay here for a few moments. Slowly begin to lift your head, straighten your spine, stretching upward. And gently make your way to your hands and knees, coming into a tabletop position for just a few moments as a transitionary period. Once you're there, gently straighten your arms out in front of you. Push your hips down and back, coming into a child's pose. Hold here for just a few moments. Don't stay here too long. Just holding here and breathing here. Gently lift your upper body just upward a little bit, transitioning into a frog pose. So for the frog pose, you're going to bring basically your inner thighs to the ground. Legs are going to be separated apart, so your legs are going to be bent behind you. Feet flexed. Your legs are going to make sort of an L shape right behind you. And you can either stay lifted up with your arms supporting your upper body, or you can gently relax yourself, relax your upper body onto the floor, releasing down. This is a big hip opener. So just resting here, relaxing here. If you need to come out of it at any point, definitely feel free. In some Yin Yoga classes that you'll go to, it's somewhat frowned upon to, depending on the class, depending on the instructor, but it can be kind of frowned upon to leave a pose if you're not comfortable. But I am kind of under the mindset, and what I've been taught has been to do what your body craves and what your body wants. So if your body's screaming to get out of a posture, by all means, leave that posture as soon as possible. Because sometimes it's good to be in a posture for a long time and feel a sort of muscle tension release, and it can be translated as like a pain. But sometimes it's just pain, and it's just not healthy for your body, or you're twisting it into some form that it shouldn't be in. So follow the advice of your body. I'm just going to stay here for just a little bit longer. Again, if you can, slowly begin to lift your upper body if you haven't already been there. And slowly bring your inner thighs closer together, coming back to your hands and knees. Stretch your arms forward and bring your hips down and back, coming back into another child's pose. Resting here for just a few moments. And gently begin to make your way out of child's pose. Straighten your legs back behind you. Bring your hands to about chest level and gently push your upper body upward, straightening your arms, lifting your body, lifting your head up, coming into a cobra pose. And hold here. Giving yourself a bit of a back bend here in this position. Gently begin to release yourself down from cobra pose. Bring your right knee and leg in towards your chest. Lift up with your arms again, giving space for that leg to kind of fold through, meeting your upper body. Left leg stretched out behind you. Your right knee can kind of fall to the side just a bit. Fold forward if you can, coming into a pigeon pose on your right side. And hold here. Gently lifting your upper body. Straighten your right leg back to meet your left. And begin to transition from your right pigeon pose to the left pigeon pose. So bringing your left knee upward to meet your chest. Right leg stays straight out behind you. And if you're comfortable with it, you can bring your knee out kind of to the left side of your body. And your foot can be flexed. And your shin can be horizontal to your body, to your upper body. And if you'd like, you can gently fold forward, coming into a pigeon pose on your left. And just hold here. I know some of you have probably done some sort of a yoga class before, so you know what a pigeon pose is and what it should feel like and what it should look like. But if you are kind of new to this and need some explanation, I invite you to kind of search and look up what these poses should look like. And you can definitely follow that. I know some of my explanations aren't always the best, but I try to explain and give you a step-by-step guide of what to do next. But if you're at all confused, ever confused, like I said, I invite you to maybe pause for a moment, look it up really quick, see what the form should be if you're not quite clear on that, and resume. So I apologize if there's ever a time that I've confused you or anything like that. I try my hardest not to. And just hold here. Continue this pose and this posture. And slowly come out of pigeon pose. Bring your left leg back to meet your right, straightening both legs behind you. Gently lowering your upper body. Push your hips back into another child's pose. This time just for a short while we transition into our next posture. Slowly tuck your toes under. Push your arms back until you slowly make your way to your feet. All of your weight resting on your feet, coming into a low squat or malasana pose. Hold here. Slowly, if you haven't already, bring your hands to the ground. Release your upper body, keeping your legs in a squat formation. Heels are on the ground. And gently release yourself back to the ground, coming to a comfortable seated position. Bringing your head facing upward again. And lower yourself all the way back to your back. Feet are resting comfortably on the floor, knees facing upward. And gently lower both knees to the right side, coming into a bit of a twist here, into a reclined twist. And hold. Slowly bring your knees facing upward again. And gently release them down to your left side. Hold here. Breathing here. On your next inhale, gently lift your knees upward toward the sky. Holding here. And slowly lower both legs to the ground, stretching out. If they're not already, bring both hands and arms to your sides, resting and relaxing in this final relaxation of Savasana. Resting here, bringing your breath to a comfortable spot. Allowing your inhale and your exhale to be where it is, what's natural for you. And in this moment, gently bring into your mind your perfect day. Picturing how your life will be, how your life is in your perfect day. Starting from when you first wake up to your final moments before you fall asleep that night. Imagine all the things you're doing, all the goals you're accomplishing. As you wake up and you go about your day, think of who you're seeing. Who do you come in contact with throughout your day? Where are you going? Are you in your same house? Or are you in your dream home? Just think of and imagine everything you wish to take place in your new life. The job you have, the life you lead. Gently begin to bring this perfect day of yours to a close. As you climb into bed that night, imagine how grateful you are for all the things you have, for all the love that surrounds you, for everything you own, for the happiness that's present in your life. Be thankful for it all. Slowly begin to wiggle your fingers. Begin to wiggle your toes. Gently rolling to one side. And slowly lift yourself up into a comfortable seated position. Bring your hands to heart center in a prayer position. Namaste. Thank you everyone for joining me today in this practice. It's a little different than what we've done before, but then again, somewhat similar. So if you like this, please let me know in the comments on iTunes. If you'd like to follow me elsewhere, you can find me on Instagram at Attracting Yoga Podcast, or you can log on to my website at attractingyoga.com. I try my hardest to post on both of these as much as possible. My website I have a little more trouble with. I just kind of slack in that area. But definitely follow me along. Comment, send me a message if you like what I'm doing, if you have any suggestions for things that you'd like me to do in the future. I'd love to hear your input. So thank you so much and have a wonderful day.